Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have our first look at Toralei in the upcoming Monster High live action movie sequel. Yes, she's been finally revealed, and we also have some more interesting plot revealing clips and teasers to break down, so stay tuned and let's get into it. So let's start off with the Claudine post that happened last week, days ago. Like this, she came first. So for Claudine, this is the image they posted. It's Claudine, she looks really cool. She has a new outfit on, with little cutouts, her little moon necklace. Her nails are really long and sharp and purple, and I like her makeup. And yeah, she looks the same. Honestly, not much to say. She looks literally the same like in a first movie. Like there's no differences at all. For the clip, we start off with a scene we've already seen before. It's the beginning scene, I'm assuming, where they all attend Dracula's birthday party or whatever, because she says the boos are back. Here we can see they're inside. Claudine's talking to Deuce. Deuce says, "You're the big monster on campus this year," meaning now she is, because of what she did last year. She saved the school basically, right? So now she's very popular, and she's like, yeah. So everyone's very into Claudine now. Everyone's just loving Claudine. She's the it girl now, okay? And look here, the hair looks really nice. It's styled differently. So is Dracula's. I love the tiara. I think she just has such a cute hairstyle. And she looks really cool. I like the outfit. It's really cute. And so yeah, Claudine's famous. So that's basically the big change in this movie for Claudine, that she's probably gonna feel very out of place because now everyone's looking up to her, and she has to feel she probably feels very responsible for a lot of things and overwhelmed with so much responsibility. So I don't know, but that's probably I feel like I've seen this plot a million times before, but it looks cool, And then she says, "I think I might have preferred, when she was just part of the pack." And so yeah, you can really tell she's not, she's trying her best, but she probably maybe isn't loving all this attention and just being so overwhelmed with this authority figure that now she has to lead, which also leads into her running for school body president or whatever. She wants to run the school basically. Here we get a new scene. This is taking place in front of the portal with Deuce, Cleo, Frankie, and Heath. And you might notice that Claudine here is in her human form, so that's something to note. I do like this outfit. It's very chic. I like the gold buttons, the chains, the fur. It's very cute, and I think it looks good on her. Now, also interesting to note is that there's a lack of Dracula. Dracula is not here, and I think the reason why Dracula is not going to be in a lot of scenes in these clips is because, obviously the plot kind of revolves around her. So, just saying. So that's really cool. Where are they going? I don't know. Let's see. Here she is screaming into the void of green nothingness. Again, what's happening? I don't know. They seem to be inside here. So it's not the portal. They are inside somewhere, a building. And here Laguna is also there. And I think it's a different scene because they're wearing different clothing. So yeah, it's different. But Laguna looks really cool. I like her hair. I like the denim. She's really cute. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but here we get another close-up of Claudine looking very worried. Here we get another shot of her in the dance scene at the party. Here we can see her screaming at someone saying, "What are you doing here?" And she seems very upset, you can tell she's not handling this well at all. Here she's looking back at someone. This seems to be taking place in the same scene that we saw in Heath's clips, in a very industrial building complex, it seems, because there's a metal thingy here. It almost looks like a laboratory or something, so it looks very sciencey, giving me mad science vibes. So very cool. They're shocked. Frankie's there as well. They start running away, and also here, look at the lamps on the floor and also at the tree, again giving me very much science corporation vibes, at the lobby entrance or something, for something from Jurassic Park, this kind of placement of the tree and the lights, just very modern, very high end. so yeah, that's really cool. Where are they running away? Who are they running away from? What's happening? And then here we can see her looking back after opening a door. Again, here is the same scene from before, but with Frankie now in shot as well. Is that a cage? That's a cage behind them. Oh my god. Okay, for what? What's the cage for? What's the cage for? I don't know, but that's very interesting. It definitely looks like a cage, at least. I might be wrong. Here we can see someone saying, we are just trying to save our friend. Oh yeah, Claudine saying this, obviously. We are just trying to save our friend. And obviously the friend mentioned here is, I'm thinking Draculaura. You know, again, that just makes sense to me. Here we can see Claudine walking outside, and she seems to be, you know, taking some deep breaths in. It's something's very heavy, you know, on her shoulders. Like she's just feeling the weight of the situation. Here you can see in the dormitories, I believe, or somewhere in Monster High, again, different outfits, a different scene. There seems to be a lot of like wind and like lightning stuff going around, and like Draculaura's there, so that's something. Claudine seems to be stomping forward to someone, and then, you know, like literally just like growling at them, like literally, like this is like a fight scene. Like, what is happening here? This is so intense. I can feel the tension. So is this between her and Toralei? I don't know. Let's see. But they previously established that Frankie had stronger lightning abilities, so maybe that's something that they're doing actually, Frankie, with these lightning bolts. Maybe that's they're doing, or maybe it's something else. I'm not sure. But yeah, and then here the last scene is of Claudine. Again, we've seen this little scene before where she is standing in front of everyone in the auditorium, I want to say, or it's outside perhaps. A new scene, a new location, definitely. Like we haven't seen this in the previous movie, where she's holding a speech to again run for student body president, I'm assuming, or something like that. So she says, "Who's with me?" So I guess to improve Monster High, the lives of students at Monster High, to make it more inclusive, perhaps, something like that. That makes sense to me. Okay, now let's get to the juicy part, which is Toralei's reveal. The picture here looks amazing. Wow, look at her close up here of the ears. They don't look amazing. The ears, okay, the ears don't look amazing. They do look kind of fake, which is understandable because they are like practical. They are really there, sewn onto the wig. So that's why maybe they don't look realistic. But also, like, really what confuses me is she doesn't have any earrings on. Like, why doesn't she have any earrings on? Like, you would think Toralei would for sure have some kind of like, you know, like gold earrings or something. Like even her doll has earrings, I think. So weird. But anyways, you know, she looks really cool. I love the makeup. It reminds me of Draculaura's makeup, actually. So that's really cool with the cut crease. I like the little you know, cut in her eyebrow, or maybe it's like a little I don't know, like a staple. Like it just looks like someone stapled that like across her eyebrow. I don't know, but it looks like a sticker almost. It's like stuck onto her eyebrow. I know it's supposed to look like a cut, but I don't know. It looks weird. It looks too chunky. It looks too thick. So I'm not sure what that actually is. But the makeup again looks really cool. I'm also confused, like why she only has like 3 specific dots here on her face to represent freckles, because at first I thought, oh, those are freckles. Toralei has freckles, really cute. But now I realize maybe that's to show that she has whiskers or something, which I guess, okay, makes sense. You know, she's a werecat, you know, I guess they do have whiskers. Do they have whiskers in the series? I don't know. But not even Claudine has whiskers or those dots. So I don't know why they gave it to Toralei. It looks a little bit off. The eyes look amazing. The nails, oh, fierce. I love the hairstyle. I like the necklace, the shirt, the leather jacket with those. Like, look at the spikes. They're super long. Like, are you kidding me? She could literally stab someone. She could stab someone with her jacket. But I think the overall outfit is very accurate to what we've seen on the doll and on the G3 animation for Toralei. The skirt, the belt, the spikes. It looks exactly like she basically looks like the animated series version, but just live action, which I think is good because it does give you a sense of continuity with all these different versions of the new Monster High. And also the tail looks really cool. Okay, now let's get into the clip. It starts off with Toralei. She's at the Coffin Bean. I think it's like at the cafe, a little booth outside. Monster High, I missed you is her first line. And yes, she is British, if you were wondering. Claudine asks Draculaura, who is she? And Draculaura spills the tea. She says it's Toralei Stripe, and she was studying abroad last year in Scaris France. So that's why she wasn't there in the previous movie, because she wasn't in the same continent. She was in France. And so obviously the big takeaway here is that Scaris is canon in the live action universe. So that's really cool. Scaris is a place. Hopefully we'll get to see it one day. And her entrance here looks really sweet. But hang on, we missed a couple of shots here. So going back here is when she jumps over. She basically makes a superhero type of jump entrance where she lands perfectly, you know, beautifully on her feet like this. She does that a lot in this movie, in this clip, as we'll see. And everyone's there, by the way, like everyone's there watching her. So that's, yeah, she's a big deal. Here we can see a quick shot of her singing. It seems to be in the auditorium on stage again, like with Claudine. Here we can see another scene, maybe indoors, like at a party, you know, she's like dancing a lot. And here, this seems to be like, you wouldn't think much of it at first, but she is seen scratching her, you know, arm like this very, very quickly. And I wasn't sure what that meant. Like, why is she doing that? Like, what is happening? But then you notice she has a mark here. So what is the mark? Maybe it's like a tattoo. I don't think so. It seems to be like an actual mark. Maybe it was done by the witch. Maybe that's how the witch is controlling Toralei. Maybe that's why Toralei is helping the witch or the villain person in this movie. This mark, I think it's important. So keep an eye out. I think it's important. I think it's gonna serve a big purpose in the overall movie with the villain as well. And it's going to explain her motives as well for Toralei. So yeah, so she studied abroad. Scaris is legit. Here is again that dance sequence from before. Really cool. She's just stomping her feet. So it looks weird. Like she's just like stomping her feet, but you know, even her shoes are very accurate to the series. And look at her tail. I'm not sure if the tail is practical or partially CGI, so I guess we'll have to see. But it looks good here. And then here you can see again her on stage with the microphone. It seems that, you know, she might even be a musician in this live action version of Toralei, which is really cool. Also, she's wearing a different shirt on, and I think also a different outfit, as we'll see. Again, I keep saying that, but as we'll see later on. So here we can see her talking to Claudine, I'm assuming, because she says it's on human, but she says human because, you know, she doesn't know how to say human, I guess. That's weird. But yeah, so she and Claudine are, I'm guessing, like, enemies here because they're both probably running for student body president, council or president, whatever, you know. So you know, they're against each other also for other reasons probably. But yeah, she's her nemesis, Claudine. They're gonna have a fight for sure. She says, Claudine, as we're just talking about her, Claudine says, we can't let some cat ruin Monster High. And again, Toralei does her grand entrance in the graveyard. It seems to be somewhere outside with a lot of fog. She looks so cool. She looks sickening. She looks amazing. Again, that superhero pose. Like, what are you, like, girl, serve. Yes, I love it. And then Toralei, I love this shot. She's like licking her teeth. It's so Toralei to me. The actress here is doing a great job. She's really hamming it up. She's like using this opportunity to the umph degree because it just looks amazing. She really is conveying Toralei essence here. So I love that. Here she is in that same destination location. It seems to be like we've seen in previous clips where it's like a industrial building complex. It's very green. It's like the Matrix looking. And here she is again landing, but she's fighting against someone else. So Claudine says we have to stop her. We can see there's a fight against her, Claudine, Toralei, again, new outfit, and this man. Who is this guy? I'm not sure, but Toralei seems to be very much not in favor of him because she is seen kicking him, you know, across the floor. So what is happening? I don't know, but that looks so cool. That was badass. Toralei is a badass. She's amazing. I love her. So, and then the last clip here is of Toralei saying, I have a score to settle. And this is what I was, what I thought of earlier when we were looking at the mark on Toralei's arm. Maybe what she's referring to here, that she has a score to settle, is that she has to repay her debt to the villain character and to get rid of the mark on her arm and be free of this villain. Because as I do think Toralei is going to be a antagonist, you know, going on in future movies, hopefully. But I don't think she's going to be like a villain. You know, like I think she's going to be an anti-hero type of character, like Harley Quinn. You know, you love to hate, or not even really hate, but you just kind of like they're supposed to be villains, but they're just kind of also redeemed in the movie. So I think it's going to be something like this with Toralei, and that's why maybe she has the mark on her arm, and that's why maybe she's being very aggressive and against monster Claudine and stuff. And maybe once the mark is gone and the villain is, you know, gone, maybe then she'll be a better friend, or maybe not even a friend, but just like, you know, amicable towards the Monster High crew. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I think this score to settle line is leaning towards the mark on her arm, and maybe like having to do this for this big villain character. Okay, so that was so fun to go over these clips and just Toralei's, you know, official look in the movie. I'm so excited. You know, I can't wait to see even more clips and of the other characters, because now there's going to be even more characters, you know, because there's even more characters, new characters being added to the sequel. So I'm just excited to be here. It looks amazing so far. And yeah, let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and become a member today so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay PG. Kisses. Meow.